Hello everyone. I wanted to do something different, so obviously I'm not in my room, I'm in my mom's car.
I'm in my mom's car. Broom, broom.
Just because I wanted to do something different and I didn't want to be in my room every single day and post from my room every single day, so I wanted to have like a different scenery, I guess. What I'm gonna do is I asked everyone on Twitter and Instagram to tell me what their favorite childhood show was. I'm just gonna like go through them and talk about them and just share memories if I have any from them. And yeah, okay, let's get started with the first one. It's in the show, but I did watch it when I was really young and still do. Coraline, my favorite character has to be Wybie. When I was younger, Coraline used to scare me so bad that I didn't watch it enough because I don't know if it's like animation or something, like I don't really know what it's called, but it's just the whole vibe of it just really threw me off and I hated it. Also, the eyes for like the button for eyes thing that scared me so bad. I actually had a nightmare once from it. Now I do kind of like it. I don't watch it like religiously, but I do think that movie is a really interesting concept. I don't get how it's a kids movie. Every single time it's on Hulu, it's categorized as a kid movie, and I don't get it. It's not a kids movie. It's really not. It scared the living shit out of me when I was little, so that's just really crazy. For Fairly Odd Parents, I think I really didn't watch it as much. I remember the intro, but I don't remember ever watching like a single full episode of it. But I remember there were these live action movies of Fairly Odd Parents, and I used to watch those all the time. It had like, I think it had Drake Bell in it, and I used to watch those a lot. I don't know why I was really interested in the live action movies, but not the cartoon. When I was super little, Backyardigans was so good. Again, I remember the intro. I don't think I've ever sat through a full episode of Backyardigans. Do the Backyardigans have names? Like, genuinely asking, do they have names? Because I don't know any of the names. I can't remember any of the names, honestly. I never really watched shows as a kid, but I loved Kipper the dog. Okay, used to watch Kipper the dog. I remember the intro.
They call him Kipper. Kipper the dog.
I remember what he looked like. I feel like a lot of people didn't watch Kipper the dog, and I feel like I was just like one of the many few that watched it. Max and Ruby. I don't know if I've ever watched Max and Ruby. What's weird is that I remember watching Max and Ruby in school. I remember they used to play Max and Ruby as like an award for like doing the schoolwork or whatever. Like how they played like Sid the Science Kid or like the Magic School Bus. They would always like play that kind of stuff. But I remember watching Max and Ruby in the computer lab for some reason. It's like the only time that I really remember watching Max and Ruby was in school. Paw Patrol. I've never watched Paw Patrol. I don't know any of the characters. I don't even know like the intro. I was never drawn to it. I was never interested in it. Yeah, it wasn't really like that interesting, if I'm being honest. Okay, ignore how fucking red and pink my face is. Funny story. So I had to pause in the middle of what I was doing because I had to do something inside. I didn't feel like coming back out here. So then I was doing a different video. I have to pick like a different color for every step of my makeup. The first step of makeup is foundation, and so for the foundation I picked out pink because I had them all like in a little jar and I was picking them out, so it would be like random. And I put pink foundation on my face and I tried to wash it off, and this is like the best it's gonna get right now. So ignore that. It's also fucking hot as hell out here, and so I'm also like, I'm dying, dude, I'm dying out here. But I don't even know where I left off. Hold on. Dude, I look like a clown. I look like a tomato. So when I was in here earlier, while I was talking, my camera fell. No! and it just completely cut out my audio, so I was literally talking for 20 minutes with no audio.
24 hours later.
In My Little Pony. Loved My Little Pony, actually. I used to have like this kids profile on Netflix. I would usually like go through the shows to like see what they had. And then I feel like one day I just started watching My Little Pony, and then I kind of just watched the entire thing. My favorite character from My Little Pony is probably, well, it used to be Pinkie Pie. As of right now, I really like Fluttershy and Rainbow Dash. My least favorite character was, and always has been, and still is, Applejack. I don't have an interest in her. She's kind of annoying. She's kind of just like too much for me. Don't like her. Miraculous Ladybug, I never watched it when it came out, but whenever it was like kind of trending on TikTok is kind of when I started watching it. I haven't seen the entire thing. I've seen a couple episodes maybe, and then I just didn't feel like watching the rest of it. It was pretty interesting though. That's why I kind of started watching it, because I saw clips of it on TikTok and everyone was talking about it because they were so obsessed with. Now we're moving on to the Instagram responses. Strawberry shortcake. Never seen it, but I remember I had a strawberry shortcake book, which is kind of odd and weird, I know. I had a book of her, and that's really it. Gravity Falls. Everyone loves Gravity Falls, actually. Everyone loves Gravity Falls, and I'm not like an avid hater, but don't fall. Oh my god, I sneezed. Dude, I was so scared that my phone was gonna fall. For Gravity Falls, I never really got into the show, but I did see a little bit of it. I think I seen the first couple of episodes maybe, but I never really got into it. I think it's on some kind of streaming service right now, but I never really got around to it. I know a lot of people love Gravity Falls, and I've seen Halloween costumes of them, I think, which is kind of cool. But yeah. Monster High. I think I've seen most of all of the Monster High movies. 13 Wishes was the one that I used to watch a lot. Somebody walking by. Hey, don't mind me. My favorite character from Monster High is Twyla. I think she's just really cool. And then I also like Draculaura. I used to really like Howleen. She was cool, but the more I would watch it, the more I would realize she's really self-centered. Amazing World of Gumball. I did watch that one, just not all the time. When I watched it, it was like I didn't even know what's going on. I would just catch it in the middle of the episode. Okay, so now I'm just gonna go off of shows that I used to watch and just talk about those. Okay, iCarly I used to watch 24/7. So was Victorious, was one of them. I used the crossover episode with Victorious and iCarly. I remember when that like aired on TV, and I was so excited to watch it. Like, I was actually so excited. That's honestly still one of my favorite episodes to this day, just because I have so many good memories with it, but also it's such a good episode. That episode was like one of the first times I've ever seen shows like crossover, I guess. So that was like really interesting because I've never seen two shows like crossover. So I was like, that's super cool. Hello. My favorite character from iCarly when I was younger, it was Freddie because I had a crush on him. Didn't we all? My least favorite character from iCarly was probably Freddie's mom. I hated her, and I still hate her. She's so strict and just such a bitch for no reason. Now my favorite character from iCarly is Spencer. Love him. Love him. Love him. Victorious, my favorite character used to be Beck because I also had a crush on him. I thought he was really cool. And yeah, now my favorite character is Andre and Jade. Oh, there was an episode where Andre liked Jade for a while, and I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna get flamed for this, but I'm not gonna lie, I kinda shipped Andre and Jade. I kinda wanted them together. They kinda seemed like a good couple, I'm not gonna lie. Henry Danger was another one. My favorite character from Henry Danger is probably Henry. I also had a crush on him. Dude, I had so many like little crushes on like the main characters from a lot of shows. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I thought he was cute. My least favorite character from Henry Danger is what's her name? Piper. I didn't like Piper, and I still don't like Piper to this day. Just she's so mean to everyone, especially Jasper, for like no reason. Big Time Rush was another one. The Thundermans. The Thundermans movie is actually coming out this month, which I'm really excited for. Usually I'm really open to like spin-offs and like continuations. I try to give them a chance. The trailer for the Thundermans movie, it does seem kind of cheesy, and the CGI seems really bad, but I don't care because I used to love the show, so why not give it a chance? Max used to be my favorite character in the Thundermans, and it probably still is my favorite character. Had a crush on him too. Sam and Cat used to be another favorite show. I remember there was a crossover episode on Sam and Cat it was Jade from Victorious, I think Robbie was in it, and then Freddie from iCarly, so it was like all together. And I think that was a really good episode. Haunted Hathaways, I feel like nobody watched the Haunted Hathaways. Feel like that's just me, but if anyone has watched that, let me know, because I used to like that show. It used to be like really good in my opinion. And then there was also a crossover episode with the Haunted Hathaways and the Thundermans. It was like for a Halloween episode. Every now and then I go back and watch it just because it's really good. Okay, here is where I'm gonna like lose my shit. Every single time I have asked my friends if they've seen this show, every one of them has said no. Every one of them has said no. I think I know like 2 people that have seen this show. But I don't know if it's just like a me thing. I don't know if it's like, it was just me that watched it or something. My Babysitter's a Vampire. I used to watch that show all the time, and nobody remembers it, and it's just me. Yeah, I used to watch My Babysitter's a Vampire so often, and then there was a movie also. That shit was so good. Yeah, it was one of my favorite shows, and I feel like nobody has seen that show. And H2O is like the only reason why I like mermaids. If I'm being honest, that show was really good. Okay, hear me out, please hear me out. There's a spin-off of Henry Danger, okay? He's not in it, but Captain Man is in it. It's called Danger Force. Everyone hates it, but I love it. Fight me. Austin and Ally, I've seen every episode of Austin and Ally. Austin and Ally was so good. It was so good. Dez will always be my favorite character. I also like Austin, obviously. I think Austin and Ally is one of the many few shows that I can watch like over and over again and not get bored of the acting, because it's like most of the time Disney shows and Nickelodeon shows, they're really like cheesy, and yeah, Austin and Ally can be cheesy at times, but I really like the humor in it. It's so funny, and Dez just makes it more funnier. I don't know. More funnier is not a word. What am I saying? Overall, I think I was more of a Nickelodeon kid than a Disney kid or Cartoon Network kid, because I was just more drawn to Nickelodeon for some reason. So, for some reason, I really like the commercials for Nickelodeon. Don't know why. I feel like I'm always going to be Nickelodeon over Disney. Always. Sorry. But, yeah. I hope people enjoyed this. I wanted to do this like in a different setting just because I don't want to do it in my room all the time. Now I'm gonna go inside and probably go edit. Remember, I'm Spider-Man.